Hey everyone, welcome back to Crab Shoes and my incredibly loud fridge. Once again, we're playing Kerbal Space Program. I don't know, let's see if we can get some more science, maybe get to a moon, do some shit with all the new parts we bought. I don't know, figure it out as we go. What'd you say? So here we have our brand shiny new cockpit, which is, oh look, you can see the difference. If I go here, see, compared to this one I was using before, this one weighs more, but it's got less drag on it and whatever. All kinds of crap. That kind of I don't really care about. I just always use this one because it looks cool, which frankly is a good way to play any game. So yeah, I'm just going to rebuild a rocket here and see how far we get, I guess, in our space exploration. A lot of the same stuff as always. You put your mystery goo on there, and there's my antenna communications thing. And I need some more parachutes, I would think, so let's do that as well. Let's put some batteries on in case the off chance I actually decide to use them for once. See, that looks ugly. See, my concern is I don't know if you actually can or not, but I think you can block off like ports and stuff with where you place things, and so that's why I'm trying to be careful about where I put stuff. But anyway, put this guy on there, and I'll get one of these and spin it around because I'm OCD apparently. And then let's put some fuel tanks on. Sorry, my voice has got a bit funny. And some thrusters. I'm not going to make something that's going to land on the moon yet, for reasons that I'll go into as we get along here. This is just, I just want to get close enough to the moon to get some science out of it. That's all I'm aiming for. So this is not going to be the most advanced of rockets, but we'll see how we go. As always, put a bunch of these things on, because otherwise shit goes real bad real fast. Yep, they're all on. Let's get some of these guys. Stick them there. Get some solid fuel boosters on, like so. Let's get our utility. No, it's not utilities, it's structural. It is. Get some of these guys on top of here, like so. Solid fuel booster, like that. And so here we go. This is where it gets finicky. There we go. See that it lights up green where I'm mousing over, but this one over here isn't working. Strange. Early access. And then link all these together so they don't start wobbling around, which is super bad. And then do some more structural crap, like stick it there. That looks good. Aerodynamic, put them on. Give this thing some wings. Lift rating 4, that's better than 3. So put that guy like that. That guy like that. Yeah, that looks about even. And this is going to go like that. And I probably should put some on this section here as well, but fuck it, who cares? Right, so I got all these going, and then I like having a stage before the engine goes. And that's those engines. Oh, that's the wrong thing to move. This is what I want to move down to section 5 here. Yep. Right, let's see how far this gets us. I would suspect not as far as I would quite like, but you know, baby steps. You've got to build up to these things. You can't just go balls out right from the word go. Because you never know if this is even going to work, if it's all just going to fall apart immediately, or blow up. Or... Yeah, like, why is this tipping over so immediately? And wobbling, well, I know it's wobbling around, it's because this thing's crap. You know, I'm not even going to let this go anywhere, because it's just going to get worse from here. We can do better, internet, so let's do better. Doesn't help that I only have this like mounted here, like it's the only place. So what I'm going to do is not that, because that's only going to put one of them on, I think. Yep. Curses! Right, let's see if that makes enough of a difference. It might not, but we'll find out together. I just had a thought. I think last time we did this, last time we visited the land of Kerbal, I thought I had, an inline reaction wheel, which basically will stop it somewhat from wobbling around as much. Let's read what it actually does. You can see these weight wheels, very quick, whatever. Long story short, it keeps it more stable. Hopefully it keeps it stable enough. I don't have to rebuild this before I even get anywhere. But again, we'll find out together. So turn that on. Throttle up. Boom. Whoa, why is this shaking around like that? That's no good at all. And is the reason why this is all happening. Again, I'm not happy. Let's do away with this for now. But this is basically the design I had before. This was not powerful enough either. Let me just see if that actually fixed the problems. Because this launches without wobbling around everywhere. Maybe I need to do something else. Straight up. Okay, so I need to do something different to get more power into this rocket. I could just double up on these things, on these rocket boosters, on these solid fuel boosters. I don't really like that as an idea. Decisions. That might have something to do with it, because these probably shouldn't bolt straight onto the actual engine. But now I have to try and actually get this to just mouse over the fucking strut rather than... There we go. So my concern is I just do this again, it's not actually going to fix any of my problems. You know, let's get rid of these. Put on the slightly smaller ones. Because I'm just curious if that will make a difference. I suspect it won't. But, it's one of these things that we can find out together. I realise I say that a lot, but, you know, it's called space exploration, not space you know already how to do it and it just works. We're exploring. No? Okay. Well, fuck you then. Yeah, let's have those. Bolt it all together. Put some wings on it. Go. I already have my dates. Oh shit, I got the stages the wrong way around. Okay, we're to launch. Whoops, my bad. So let's move whatever the hell those are to there. These need to go all the way to the bottom. Right, so those are those guys. Where is... Okay, that needs to be here. So that one is that one. Right, great. So these outer rockets will go. They break off. These will go. Then it breaks off here, and then these will go. And then when I'm all said and done, this breaks off. In theory. But not in practice, because it's still wobbling around. I am not used to this problem, and I don't know necessarily quite what to do about it. Let's do away with this and see if I can. You know, I could just make these fuel tanks bigger, but the problem I have now is it's not really going to do me any favours. Going back to what I was talking about in the last episode, where at some point just the more fuel and stuff you have, like, it's diminishing returns. Like, you have to have the power to get all this stuff airborne still. Just noticed my staging's all wrong again, so I have to redo that. That's fine. We can take care of that, no problem. And throttle up. Go. Yeah, I guess those engines are just not really the securest of mounting points. This isn't really going to do me anything. We're back to the stage we were at the last episode, is my concern. What to do. I mean, I could go completely balls out and add more like this kind of deal. But things will get out of hand pretty quickly. But I do need more power than I'm gonna have. I didn't put wings on the bottom of here either. So smart. So, I don't know why I always like it so it's upside down. Let's do it this way. Maybe it makes a bit more sense. I'm going to get this up to 70 or so, hopefully. Just like last time, and then gun it. Hope for the best. Sure, right. So, cut the engines. I just free. Well, it's not free falling, is it? We're just under our own momentum. Speed it up, get closer to this apex here. I'm going to go to 90 degrees and hammer it, and hopefully we'll get somewhere. Yeah, that's close enough. Just like an idiot, I didn't put wings on here, so it might take a bit of time to line up how I want it. And yeah, let's go. So we see our arc increasing as last time. I really do have my doubts about this being a worthwhile endeavour though. I need more power. Which is completely doable. I'm just not really sure I can do it without it being just a ridiculous monstrosity of a machine. I mean, with more sides, research better parts. That obviously changes, but got to get that science first. Yeah, this is absolutely not enough fuel. And I think I started my acceleration a bit too late. But alas. So you can get to an orbit, no problem. Just this isn't going to extend out quite as far as I would like it to. I don't think. Although, maybe it will. See, I want to leave myself enough fuel to actually get back as well. There you go, that's close enough. That's a bit low. But maybe I'm okay. Anyway, so I can speed up time in the hopes that I eventually cross paths with the moon. Oh, sorry about that noise, I just accidentally hit the mic. Problem is because my altitude's so low, I can't speed up time fast enough. See, when I get back up here, I could extend this out further, but the problem with that is that I use my fuel, and it's a whole other thing. So I wonder if it's worthwhile just, with the design I already have, just bolting on more fuel tanks. Again, it's diminishing returns, there's still more weight you have to get up in the air in the first place. These are the problems. God, is that not far enough out? So the amount you can actually skip time ahead by is rely on your altitude. I would have thought that was far enough to actually speed up more than 4 times, but apparently it's not. You know what, I've fuck getting back. I'll just I'll make this my first space coffin, as it were. If I get close enough, when I get up here, I'll just accelerate out so I can actually zoom this ahead a bit quicker. Because this is going to be a tedious video, just watching this slowly progress round. Maybe you've got to be out like 100 million, or whatever. Or 80 million. Who knows? Just out of curiosity while this is going, can I actually get any useful information? Nah, in space higher recurving. Got all those, I'm fairly sure. Here we go, now the warp's getting real. So yeah, I'm going to get up to this apex and then accelerate in the direction I'm going, because that'll extend this point out. And that's pretty close to the moon already, but unfortunately it's not going to be close enough. So, this little marker is basically the direction you have to accelerate in to increase your speed. So let's do that and waste all my fuel. I still got some left. The point is now, with this being further out, I should be able to warp time ahead quite significantly. Oh, I am in the moon's gravity. Excellent. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Crew report. Ah, see, now, where the transmit is the same as the recovery information, I will actually use my communications thing. Reason being, if I now land, well, I might not actually land at all, but now if I land somewhere on the planet, I can do another crew report and I won't be overwriting that old one because it's already been sent. If you see what I'm saying. But for all this other stuff, where the most I can get out of it is 30. The problem I have now is, with that stuff being kept, I have to actually get back to the planet for it to like count, as it were. So this one, because you can't transmit where you just sat outside the craft, so you keep data, you board, and you go here and you review stored data, and now you transmit it. And yeah, there goes my antenna. Done. 24 science. Now. Oh, excellent. So when I get out of the moon's gravity, this is going to be my my new orbit, and that is significantly closer to the planet than I was before. So I skip ahead time. I'm close enough. Normally you want to be right at these points because it affects the extent of the movement you get. But I'm hoping that I'm actually close enough that accelerating now will bring this into, well, it'll bring this down to 0. I don't have a lot of fuel, but I guess we'll find out. Sweet. This is good news, internet. Got some real science. So, all my fuel's used. Get rid of that. And let's speed up time as we fall back to the planet. Ah! That's the other thing. If you accelerate too fast again, the physics gets messed up and you don't actually hit the Earth. I keep calling it Earth, you know what I mean. So now I can still do another EVA and crew report because I transmitted that data instead of recovering it, instead of holding on to it. So now if I try and do those, it won't be overwritten, and that way you get more science, assuming I land somewhere I haven't landed before. Which I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm going to land in the water. But that's okay. Hope the warp doesn't mess up my parachutes. And it did. Oh, this is what I've been talking about for the last 2 videos. It's exactly that happening. See, it doesn't tell you why. Separation stage 2, and then here's this where I hit the water. That's incredibly annoying. Well, I still got some science from all stuff I transmitted, so let's use that at least. There's my new fuel tanks. That's all I could afford. Let's just get that. That is incredibly annoying. Well, I'll tell you what, that's going to do it for this video. Proof of concept, I can actually get in the moon's orbit. What I'm going to do next time is I'll change these tanks over the tanks I just got. Maybe bolt some more on or something. And that's going to do it for now. See you next time, guys. Peace.